Hi, and welcome to the 2020 Economic Recession and Preparation channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button and tell your friends and neighbors to subscribe to get the 100% unadulterated truth on not just finance in the United States, but worldwide finance and your news. Thank you very much. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about the commercial real estate market. And it's very sad to see because on CNNBusiness.com this week we have the commercial real estate flounders as the housing market booms. As you know, the personal mortgage rate has been hovering around 2.86%, 30-year mortgage rate, and that's an all-time low. And so in many parts of the country, housing sales, single-family housing sales or developments are booming, supposedly, according to reports. But now the commercial real estate, people have these offices set up in these skyscrapers downtown and in these mega suburbs. With the rise of Zoom, Slack, and other productivity tools, has made it easier for people to set up home offices and work remotely and get their jobs done. And of course, with Amazon shifting from bricks to clicks, click on the thing to bring 2-hour delivery and all of this, there's less likely demand for commercial real estate due to the popularity of online shopping and working from home, said Ivy Investments global economist Derek Hamilton in an email. And so big commercial real estate giants like Brookfield Property Partners said that it has to lay off 20% of its 2,000 employees in the retail arm. They own malls and other shopping centers that include Tyson's Galleria in Virginia and the Grand Canal Shops at the Venetian Resort in Las Vegas. So Brookfield Property Partners, and Simon Property owns a lot of these malls too, along with Westfield, and that's a big mall carrier, and they also own outlets and other little venues as well. The Brookfield president said that our business, quote, has been frustrated, interrupted, constrained due to the pandemic. And after thoughtful consideration, we've reached a heavy decision to reduce the size of our workforce. Still, some experts are hopeful that pockets of commercial real estate will stage a comeback once the broader economy slowly rebounds. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the broader economy will not rebound, will not return to a normal before this pandemic. And the commercial real estate will be the first to go down, and then the housing real estate will be the next to go down. I mean, can you imagine literally renting a space in the mall? The collapse is going to be so bad that literally they're going to be renting spaces in the mall for $50 to $100 a month. It's going to be so bad that literally they're going to turn a lot of these old abandoned malls and outlet malls and strip malls into homeless shelters and health clinics. It's going to be that bad of a collapse when this thing finally busts, because the people are going to need somewhere to stay. And big businesses like Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft have already committed to not having their staff, majority of their staff, work at home remotely, because they don't want to pay huge rental building space downtown, pay huge electricity bills and rental server space and all of that stuff for the employees when they can work at home and have everything right there remotely, the technology's there, and not spend that kind of money, especially in the depression that we're going into right now. So as you can see, there was another part of the properties as well, these rental properties on the beach and all of that's going to become vacant. They're only 15% filled right now. Many families used to take trips to places like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Ocean City, Maryland, Atlantic Beach, New Jersey. They used to take families out west to Lake Tahoe and Utah, and all of those areas, Big Bear Lake, California, all those areas are experiencing a downward surge in hotel vacancy, occupancy, as well as a downward surge in commercial real estate being filled completely. Now, with pharmacies, grocery stores, and restaurants, the takeout and delivery business is going strong. As you know, you can do that. But as far as dining into a place and increasing capacity, that's not coming back because of this whole pandemic, and also because the companies and businesses are looking to save much money as they can. And now that they don't have to, they can lay off people. But after October, they can lay off people. The airlines and the retail can lay off people because they've already got the bailout money from the government, the PPP loans. That's what the Paycheck Protection Program loans were for. It says that you keep these people employed. The business said, we'll keep these people employed through the end of the year or through the end of October. Then after that, we're going to start letting go some people, half our workforce, maybe even the whole workforce, because they've already got their money. And so that's what's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. And so these office spaces downtown, skyscrapers, all of that's going to be a thing of the past coming up in the next 1 to 2 years. As a matter of fact, commercial real estate is going to be bought for pennies on a dime by these big bankers and by all of these corrupt politicians and other people. They're going to buy this stuff for pennies on the dime because they're going to have the money to buy these things. Even though these industries don't need a bailout, they're going to be seeking a bailout. So now we have not only airlines and retail seeking a bailout, but we have transportation companies seeking a bailout. They want more bailout from Washington, D.C. We have hotels seeking a bailout. Everybody wants a bailout, but nobody wants to put the work in to actually build a viable company. So now we're going to have zombie real estate along with zombie companies sucking the life out of America and America's economy. That is the fallout. And that is what's going to be killing this economy, bringing it to its knees, as we go through the next couple of months here. And so the numbers are going to come out. There's going to be a lot of bankruptcies that are going to be coming out, and that's going to be coming out in November. That around that time frame after the election, you're going to hear about bankruptcies of commercial real estate, and you're going to hear about, and I'm talking about $1 million properties. You're going to be seeing that as well. So get prepared for that. Get prepared to continue to work from home if you do have a job, and be blessed. If you're blessed with that, be blessed. And also, they also noted that rent collections were down 12% in the office sector from tenants who were no longer paying their commercial leases. This from the Pension Real Estate Association. They have forecasts. So he says that it can get worse before it can get better. And the landlords are not going to continue to do rent deferrals and moratoriums. As you know, the personal mortgage and rent moratorium ends in December. And so there's going to be a big clash in the first quarter of 2021 between the commercial real estate and all of the other rents, the property rents that are not going to be collected. And negotiations are not going smooth. Remember I mentioned that Simon Property Group, they own a lot of malls around here and probably in your city too. They sued the Gap last month for $66 million in unpaid rent. So as you can see, that these companies are not paying rent because they don't have the cash liquidity to. Cheesecake Factory said in California they're not going to pay rent in a lot of their places in Riverside, California, and Orange County, California, and they're under litigation right now as well. So this is just going to be an absolute disaster. The main essential things that we're going to need to survive in this collapse is going to be food, water, and shelter. That's going to be the new currency, along with survival skills and along with being able to barter and band together with your neighbors and your friends and people that you trusted, that you vetted and trusted for security and other purposes as well. So do what others are doing. Get prepared now while sun is still shining, because when you look over the horizon, the clouds are building and the hurricane is on its way. And this is going to be one hurricane that's going to just sit over America and just cause the greatest depression the world has ever seen in modern day history. So get prepared now. Continue to bring your supplies. Suggestions, if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see us cover in the future, please leave that down below. I read all of your comments. Thank you so much for your support. Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you very soon.